Hello, folks. Officer Tony here. Today is all about a loud amplifier. Yeah, personally, I think it's kind of stupid, but Ricky wants to do it, so on with the crappy show.
Hello, Richard from budgetguitarist.com. You ever get the feeling Tony's just phoning it in sometimes? I'm still working things out in this new space. My lighting sucks right now. I apologize for that, but simple fact of the matter is this. Nobody is home today except for me. Even the dog is away from the house right now. I'm all alone in the house. So what's something I can do when I'm all alone in the house? No. I've always kind of wondered, what's the difference between recording an amp like normal volume versus recording an amp like cranked up? Does it really sound that much different? I mean, do you really need to crank an amp to get a great sound out of it? Well, I already know the answer to that is no. A better question would be, if you crank the amp, can you get an improvement in the sound quality? Since nobody is home today, we're going to do it. I'm going to take that amp and I'm going to crank it. We're going to record it not cranked. We're going to record it cranked. We're going to listen to them and see what the difference is. If there is a difference. Will there be? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so we got some camera mic happening here. I apologize for the boominess. So I've got this guy set to basically no reverb. I got the master on about 25%. Everything else is right at 50%. So this would be pretty soft, a pretty soft setting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pillow fort this thing, and then I'm going to record some guitar through it. Then I'm going to crank it and do the same thing. Do you know what though? I think first I'll start with a clean. So I got the gain on 50. I'm going to set the gain structure to low and record it this way, and then we'll crank the master and see what happens. Okay, I got my my pillow fort happening here. Let's see if we can bolster this up even more. Yeah, there we go. Let's do some recording. Man, look at the lighting in here. This new studio is still a work in progress. Longtime sufferers of this channel will say, what do you mean new studio? It looks pretty much the same except for a wood floor. Little do you know, I've got some important new additions. I've got a replica Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar back here, model. I've got this cool sign, and I have a new mixing board. Anywho, so there you go. I thought a couple of things listening back to the tracks. Number one, when you set the Bassbreaker on clean and you overdrive it with a pickup, it sounds fizzy and not very good to my ears. So the first set of samples, not a fan. When you set it to medium though, then I think it really definitely sounded better when it was cranked. So it sounded better at 75% on the master than at 25%. There was a lot more mid-range, and if you listen on headphones, you can hear it kind of tames the low end a little bit. So in my opinion, yes, there really is something to this whole concept of cranking an amp to get the best sound. And if you can't crank an amp, then the next best thing you could do is probably take a little bit of bass off and add a little bit of mid-range to try to simulate it, maybe compress it a little bit. And that might get you some of the way there. Or you could just get an HX Stomp, Helix, Kemper, whatever the deal is. Podgo I think is the best budget type product in the field right now. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. And next week, I will have better lighting in my conclusion, my finale. And I will see you again next Friday at 5.